Hey everyone, welcome to the second edition of the Decentralized News Network's Startup 360 Corner. I'm really excited to be joined today by David Gobaud, the co-founder of Mobius. And yeah, David, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks so much. Really happy to be talking with you and telling the DNN about Mobius.
So just to get started, could you give a little bit of a background on yourself?
So I studied computer science at Stanford. I then started a software automation team in the White House under President Obama, and then went to law school at Harvard. I've been interested in blockchain technology for a long time. I looked at Bitcoin, many years ago when it first came out, and saw that it was a very fundamental innovation, a very powerful one, and that's what really attracted me to it. And I, recently started to, I tried to make some tokens and just basically saw how early and immature the infrastructure was and the development tools. And, we want to make it a technology that consumers really use, that it's actually used for commerce and not just speculation, which is really, I think, what we see now. And that really led to the genesis of the idea for Mobius, which is to make it easy to connect any app, business, or data stream to the blockchain economy. And that's what Mobius is doing.
Now, could you also give a bit of a background on your founding members and any other teammates that you have as well?
Sure. So as I mentioned, I studied computer science at Stanford, then went to Harvard for law school. My co-founder, Cyrus, studied biological sciences at Stanford. He graduated with honors. And then our head of research and mathematical protocol design is Monis Rahman. He actually dropped out of a Stanford mathematics and computer science PhD program to work with us. So Monis was working with Paul Milgram, the preeminent auction theorist who I believe designed the Obama wireless spectrum auction, and I think the Google IPO. And he, Monis saw that, what we were doing was really interesting. And what he did, and this is in our white paper, is help implement a bunch of auction methods in a decentralized blockchain way. And that's what we're really excited about building. That's the basis for our smart market. We look at that as a NASDAQ for data. And also our proof of stake Oracle protocol that we use to get this data securely into the smart market.
It seems like what you're doing would require a high volume number of transactions. So, right now there's all the hype is about Ethereum, and it seems like you guys have chose to go in another path by using Stellar instead. So could you explain why you guys strategically made that decision?
Yeah, that's a great point. So we are a Stellar token, probably the first big one. And yeah, the reason why, in short, is Stellar is, it provides a framework and a platform that allows us to be faster, cheaper, and more secure than Ethereum. So just by the numbers, Ethereum currently runs at around 7 token transactions a second, whereas Mobius runs at over 1,000. Stellar or Ethereum, the costs are around, probably call it 30 cents a transaction, sometimes more, rivaling credit card fees, whereas Mobius, the transactions are practically free. You can do around, we can do around 400,000 payments for $1. In terms of security, you may have heard about the recent Ethereum parity bug that froze around $150 million worth of Ether. So, this goes back, Ethereum is a great technology, but it supports it's basically a Turing-complete supercomputer. And you have a Turing-complete programming language, and that was the parity wallet, right? It was a multi-sig wallet that was a computer program, because Ethereum does not natively support multi-sig wallets, and there was a bug in it. Whereas Mobius and the Stellar protocol natively supports multi-sig wallets, and more broadly supports smart contracting capabilities without a Turing-complete programming language. So the attack surface is much smaller.
What is the goals that you guys have for your expected revenue streams coming from
Mhm.
the upcoming token sale?
Right.
And as well as who are some of the early backers so far?
Sure. So yeah, we are seeing a lot of demand for our product for the token. Like I said, we're already number one for Dapp Store on Google. We've priced the public sale portion of our token such that the maximum revenue we would earn would be at $39 million. And things are going very well. The pre-sale is live right now, and you can learn more by going to our website at mobius.nework. In terms of backers, we actually did take one actual investment, which is very rare. We only make this exception for people who bring a lot of strategic value. And we accepted a $500,000 investment from Camp One Ventures, which is a well-known fintech VC firm that had also invested very early in Ripple. And we were very excited to partner with them. In terms of our advisors, we have some really great ones. One of our first ones was Jed McCaleb, the co-founder of Stellar and Ripple, Jackson Palmer, the creator of Dogecoin, and Chandler Guo, who is a very recent addition, who is one of the world's largest Bitcoin miners. And we're extremely excited to be partnering with him. He is a big fan of Mobius, saw the Dapp Store, really loves it. He actually thinks there's a ton of interest in Asia and China specifically. So he's actually helping organize a massive tour that we're just about to announce in China starting in early December. So we're really excited about that.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. Yeah. Just to wrap up our
Yeah.
conversation, just wanted to thank you once again for taking time to speak with me today. If you're interested in joining or participating in Mobius's upcoming token sale, please go to mobius.network. And if you're interested in subscribing to the Decentralized News Network, please go to getdecentralized.com.